We have new reports regarding WWE 2K24. Some confirmations and some are just going to be rumors until they're made official. But the first one is new scans that are done for existing WWE superstars and legends. The big one is that Trish Stratus has confirmed that she has been scanned and updated for WWE 2K24. Stratus wrote on her official website that, quote, "For all the 2K fans reading this, we can exclusively reveal that Trish was scanned for the upcoming game and beyond. So rejoice." I will. I'm very tired of Trish Stratus's model in the 2K game, so I'm glad we're gonna get an updated version of Trish. This gets me excited for the possibilities of the other legends that we could see in the game, even on the female side. This past year, Trish Stratus made a big return, had really a great run with WWE so far, and it looks like she is planning to come back in 2024 as well. It wouldn't even surprise me if Trish showed up for the Royal Rumble. But an updated Trish could mean that we also get the updated Becky Lynch, which would be great because Becky's model in 2K23 was already out of date by the time the game came out, which is unfortunate. We don't know yet for sure, but it seems pretty likely that Lita would also get into the game for 24, and hopefully it would mean that she would get an updated scan as well. And I say that because around the time of WrestleMania and after WrestleMania this past year, we did get the tag team matches of Becky and Lita. We did get the feud, well, we had Trish take out Lita, and then we had the feud of Trish and Becky going forward, as well as Zoe Stark in the mix too. So it makes me feel pretty hopeful that we would get updated scans, updated models for the likes of Trish that is confirmed, Lita, possibly Becky Lynch, possibly Zoe Stark as well, because they all have been working together in that feud. The other piece of news I want to talk to you guys about are just the rumors of match types. It's just about January. Happy New Year to all of you, by the way. The rumors going around, and again, it's just speculation, but it gets interesting for what 2K24 could be. There is a lot of speculation of getting special guest referee as a match type, as one of the main match types added back into the 2K series. There's also talks of casket match as well as buried alive match. Could we see more being added in? Absolutely, but again, just high level speculation here. Just what the Twitter is going off about, what people are posting online. It does sound like special guest referee, which is the big one that fans have really been asking for years now. It sounds like it's very likely that that match type is going to be in 24. Don't hold me to it if it doesn't come out. I'm just reporting on what happens out there on the internet land. The other piece that I've seen floating around online is going to be with who could be added into the roster on the Legends side. And one team that we know has signed a Legends deal would be the Dudley Boys, which we've talked about here. We do know that Ken Shamrock has signed a Legends deal as well with WWE. A lot of names in Supercard have popped up in the last several months too, indicating that they could be in the next video game. One of the names popping up right now a lot is Sandman. Sandman has been added into WWE Supercard. The reports and rumors online is that he has signed a Legends deal with WWE. If that is true, it would line up really nicely with WrestleMania 40 being in Philadelphia, and you get someone like Sandman inducted into the Hall of Fame, for example. Triple H is running the Hall of Fame. They might want to pay homage to a little bit of ECW. You could have Paul Heyman induct Sandman into the Hall of Fame, or RVD or someone like that. But I think because it's in Philadelphia, you're going to have the Hall of Fame ceremony. They're probably going to want to lean into that ECW culture a little bit and that fan base and acknowledge somebody for the ECW roster. And if it was Sandman, I think it's a great addition. You could get almost like an Extreme Rules pack coming for DLC. Add him in with the Dudley Boys. It would look really good. Now, one of the more reliable sources that has been out there online is Boozer Wrestling, BWE, who has reported a lot of stuff over the years with WWE, AEW news, and has been fairly accurate about things. One of the things that BWE reported on anyways was that CM Punk is going to be in WWE 2K24. Now, because Punk returned at Survivor Series, he hasn't even had a televised match. He's only had the match against Dominic Mysterio on the live events and the house shows in Madison Square Garden, which was awesome to see. I'm wearing a CM Punk shirt right now. I just realized that. I'm a dork. But if BWE is correct, Punk would likely be part of the DLC. I say likely because I don't think 2K would want to just, or WWE and for that matter, would want to just put him in the game as just a regular roster member. It's a big deal. CM Punk is pulling in the highest numbers for merch sales across WWE right now. Biggest social media engagement that has been out there in the longest time. He's breaking records on all those fronts. It would only make sense to me as the the CM Punk dork that I am, that you would have him added in as part of the DLC pack. You generate as much revenue as possible when it comes to like the season pass, and I can only assume 2K is going to continue the traditional season pass method that they've been known for. The only thing I'm really terrified about is that they give us CM Punk as part of DLC, and then they add in way more of him to my faction, like retro Punk models, stuff we want. But hey, if I get cult personality in there with Punk, I'm a happy guy. I'll also be a very happy guy if you guys help me out, because as we're going into the new year, it would mean a lot if you guys hit the subscribe button at the bottom there. It's like 60% of you watch the channel and then you don't hit the little button. It would help out a lot. We're trying to get to our 100,000 subscriber goal for 2024, and we're only like 4,000 away from hitting that goal. So it would mean a lot if you guys did do that. It helps support the channel and helps us get to those goals. The final bit of news is also coming from WWE, and it is their report of the supposed cover star for 2K24. This isn't coming in as a huge surprise, but WWE again is fairly accurate, and it looks like Cody Rhodes is going to be the 2K24 cover star. Now comment below your thoughts on Cody being on the cover. I know some would say I want Wyatt, I want Punk, I want Cody, Roman Reigns, I wanted like a dual cover. I'm not surprised if it is going to be Cody. It's not terribly shocking, but it is a little bit of a departure from what we've seen in the last couple of years, where the cover star may not be the showcase star, because we had Ray on the cover and Ray was the showcase star. We then had Cena on the cover and the showcase star. If you put Cody on the cover, I don't think that they would do Cody Rhodes showcase, unless they're going to go back in the well of Cody's past and they're going to pull out some of his highlighted matches over the years in his early days. I don't know if they're really going to do that. But then again, Cody Rhodes is like one of the biggest stars, biggest money makers, biggest draws for WWE since he's come back. It does make all the sense in the world to have Cody on the cover. From a marketing side, again, Cody is crushing it in WWE merch sales, all of that stuff. He's likely to go on to win the championship against Roman at WrestleMania 40. If they do that, it's all kind of lining up for Cody Rhodes. And if you do have Cody win the title against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania Night 2, then you have the perfect poster boy for the video game. You're having a brand new champion holding the title, and the video game had just released. So Cody can market the game. He knows video games as well, so it's easy for him to talk about it. Vignettes, commercials, all with Cody Rhodes. It's not that hard for them to pull that off. Showcase star or showcase mode, I got a big question mark about that. And if BWE's reports are correct and that Cody is on the cover, you can totally see that we would get 3 different versions of the cover, like we did with 22 and 23, where they would give us the standard edition, the deluxe edition, and then whatever the top edition would be. I would kind of predict they would do something like the American Nightmare edition or the Nightmare edition, and they would dump in a bunch of the My Faction stuff and the rewards and any additional DLC, pre-order stuff, pre-order bonuses, all that included in the top tier edition. Now there's one more name that is constantly out there for a possible WWE return. Right now it's all being like shut down, that it ain't happening, and that is Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks. Fightful's latest report is that conversations, negotiations with WWE and Mercedes are shut down, and it's not happening. This could be, and this is the fun part about wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, but it could be an entire swerve with all of this. Mercedes even posted on her Instagram a shot of her with Triple H in the background, with a photo of that. So she could just be trolling everybody, and she shows up at AEW's pay-per-view this weekend. She might show up in Impact. She might show up in New Japan. We have no idea. But there is still the possibility that all of this is going to end up being a swerve, and she does show up at the Royal Rumble. If, and I bring her up because with 2K, everybody, if she shows up at the Royal Rumble, because they do a big surprise thing like they have done with CM Punk, like they did with Cody's big return to WWE when he took on Seth at Mania. If they swerve the audience, everyone's gonna love it, those that are fans of her. But if they have her show up at the Royal Rumble, you still got that moment to get her in as part of 2K24 as a late DLC edition if you want to do that. You don't want to add her as DLC and they just put her in the base game. Her motions, trons, everything is still in the 2K game. All they would need to do, even if they wanted to, they just need to rescan her, or they could just simply reuse the 23 model and maybe update some of the textures and do that. The reports are saying that it's not happening, that negotiations fell apart, but it's wrestling and you never say never. And if you guys want to talk more about 2K24, click one of these videos right here. It'll help out a lot, so you can go through and see all the news and rumors and updates. Have a good day. See ya.